and that's when things took a turn for the worse.
Holy blowholes. We are back for part 3 of my race from Annapolis to Bermuda on the tall ship, the Pride of Baltimore II. Here's some pretty boat footage. As I said, this is part 3 of my series, so if you've missed the other 2, plus some supplementary videos, go back to the link in the description below and check them out. Ahoy hoy, I am Captain Boomies, and when we last left off, I was in the Atlantic Ocean bumping along and having a bit of a hard time. Sea state's pretty gnarly. I'm not the only one who's down for the count.
It makes me so fucking nervous with that.
The sea state and wind were not cooperating with us, and we were taking it right on the bow. We're going to be taking it right on the bow the whole way to Bermuda, right at the end there. And it's not the most efficient point of sail for Pride of Baltimore. It made for an unruly helm. Thanks, Captain Jan. At this point, we were risking not even making it to the awards ceremony and party. And there was a whole week of parties. So, plan had to change. I am not missing the party. Fortunately, Captain Jan and Captain Jeff agreed that missing the party would be pretty terrible.
You will find out soon enough.
Figure it out. You guys are... No, you gotta tell her.
No.
Especially because I'm filming right now and I need reactions.
Okay, so sometimes when really big sailboats grow up to be even bigger sailboats, they just can't do it sometimes. And they need help from their 2 extra big gun sails called the motors.
That's right. We fired up the engines and dropped out of the race for the 2nd time. It was disappointing for some, but personally I was relieved. I was not going to miss the party. I will show you the sparkly joy that is finally making it to Bermuda as a crew. But first I want to talk about how balls hard it is to film while sailing. They just asked me to do a thing and I did it, and I had just stopped recording because I am a twit. I feel like filming and sailing is always going to be hard. I don't know how those, YouTube sailing channels do it. It's really tricky, especially when I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. That is the theme here. I have no clue what's going on. And sometimes I think I have a glimmer of a clue and I know where to stand and what to be doing. And I'm almost ready to hit the button on the camera and then I go, do it now, and I forget. Camera's falling. I was afraid of dropping my camera overboard. That would have been absolutely terrible.
But you were very daring.
Yeah. People got in my shots, and holy fingers in shots. So many fingers. I also tried filming some badass promo stuff since I had a sponsor for some of my videos. And that went okay. Fine. Thank you. All right, and yeah. I'm so newly impressed with all the folks who film these sailing blogs and vlogs. I'm also really impressed by all the people who submitted their footage of the Annapolis to Bermuda race to T2P Productions, who created a really epic documentary about the race. You can check that out in the links below as well. So impressed with all of you out there for filming. Of course, I submitted footage too, so you're gonna see some familiar faces. No, I'm not actually drinking this right now. We're underway. We can't have it until we actually get to Bermuda, which is in how long, Fern? hope she'll lie to me. We're getting so much closer with the engines on, and you can feel it in the energy of the crew.
I imagine we're gonna have to fly the Q flag, and I bet it would make sense to fly the Bermuda flag if we have it.
Oh.
Because there was talk earlier that we might not have it. We have to custom make one.
I was on watch the night we made it to the very first channel markers as you approach Bermuda. We dropped some sails in the dark, and just as the sun came up, we started taking down the very last sail and prepping the boat to look extra pretty for our final approach to the Royal Hamilton Amateur Dinghy Club, where everyone was waiting and the party was going to be.
The boat gets a shower.
Both getting freshwater and soap. No freshwater soap for me. I'll get it. You'll see. Hey, that's Bermuda. I'm just really tired. I can't work up the woo for it just yet. Woo. We made it to our dock. You're doing great. Go so slow, it's boring. And I got to film a heaving line throw, which I think is really cool. Sorry, pardon. Sorry, I know. Am I gonna get hit over here, or is this gonna be awesome? Or should I film from behind?
I think that is the awesome. There's so many videos of people just seeing TVs. You ever get beamed with one?
No, I feel like I should put myself in the danger zone just for you all, for subscribers. It's a terrible idea.
Anytime with three. Anytime with three.
Oh yeah. I'm a boat nerd. I like these things. Watch it again. Oh yeah. Then we had to wait for customs to clear us off the ship. Okay, so now we gotta do customs, which is why I'm just standing here like looking longingly at the dock. I sure would like to be over there. But I gotta give them all my paperwork instead. But it finally happened, and I got to touch land again. It was really good. Bye! I am a Bermuda. My husband and I rushed off to our very nice hotel to get cleaned up and hit the hotel bar. So I'm not 100% sure whether or not I'm wasted from a couple of drinks because I've been sober for 7 days, 6, 8 days, or if I just have terrible land legs right now. Quit it. We were pre-gaming before the party and all the activities that were going to be going on back at the club. No, of course, Pride didn't win any awards during the ceremony. We dropped out of the race. But we partied really hard and had a fabulous time. And then I got to spend a couple of days goofing off in Bermuda before flying home. Worth it. Phew! That was one hell of a ride. If you stuck around for the whole thing, thank you so much. Tell me in the comments what your favorite part was, what your least favorite part was, algorithm stuff. Pew pew, pew pew, space computers. Still feel like I'm on a freaking starboard tack. It's super weird.